Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem, and the invocation. Would you please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please bow your heads for the invocation. Dear Heavenly Beloved, we thank you for allowing us all to be gathered here today. We are grateful for the patience you have given us this year to get through all of our hardships. We thank you for your immense love and protection. We thank you, Lord, for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We pray for peace and prosperity as we move into the next chapter of our lives. Help us to remember and recognize those that helped us along the way, our parents, teachers, and principal. We're grateful for everything you have done for us and hope that we have made you proud. We love you, Lord, so let us remember to always turn the page.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Along with Superintendent Dr. Goree and the Caddo Parish School Board, I would like to welcome you to Caddo Virtual Academy's 2019 commencement exercise. We are so thankful to have you in attendance today. Present this evening is a professional videographer who will video this ceremony. The video will be made available to you. The photography packages will also be available immediately following this event. To avoid confusion and to maintain the decorum of this ceremony, we ask that you do not come on the floor. Also, please remember the significance of this occasion to our graduates and their families and allow each name to be called and heard. Permit them the dignity of this special moment. Again, welcome. We hope you enjoy the ceremony. Now I would like to take the time to recognize our distinguished guests on the stage. We have with us this evening School Board Superintendent Dr. Lamar Goree, Chief Academic Officer Mr. Keith Burton, School Board members Mary Tramiel, John Albritton, Dottie Bell, and Lord Thompson, and Caddo Virtual Academy staff Linda Anderson, Michelle Berry, Daphne Brown, Teresa Solomon, and Dean Harrison. Thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium State Superintendent of the Year, our leader, Dr. T. Lamar Goree, followed by School Board member John Albritton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lacey, and certainly in my capacity as superintendent of school, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation. We would be remiss if I didn't pause just to thank all of the grandparents, the parents, the loved ones that have assembled here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. We certainly acknowledge that we could not have accomplished this without your continued love and support. To the graduates, today you will receive your high school diploma and all rights and privileges that go along with that diploma. Just think about the amount of time that you've invested in this diploma. It's been over 13 years of work. You've had to wake up early, and some nights you stayed up late. You've studied for tests, some made by teachers and some created by the state. And in order for you to be here today, you had to accumulate so many Carnegie units as well as pass a battery of state tests. I come today, though, to share a message with you about, and it's not to take value away from everything you've done and everything you've learned, but I come to speak to you about the things that you really need to be successful in life you actually learned in kindergarten. I'll start by talking about the importance of sharing and playing fair. Kindergarten, for many of us, was our first opportunity to be with a group of our peers. And for many of us, it was the first time that we couldn't take our favorite toy and just keep it as long as we'd like to. What I would tell you is that when you go through life, there will be many opportunities for you to share and to be very fair as you make decisions. Remember those lessons in kindergarten about equal time and about playing and only playing with toys for so long as you make decisions in the real world. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is living a balanced life. One of the best things about kindergarten was that it was not only about doing work. Well, there was some time to think, there was some time to paint, there was some time to run, and there was even time to rest. What I would say as you go through life, make sure that you develop a balance to what you do. You can't work all the time, but at the same token, you can't play or sleep all the time. There has to be a balance, and those people who live the most productive lives find that healthy balance. Remember the stranger danger as you go out into the traffic of the world. I'd like for you to remember those field trips as a kindergartner, and everyone would wear similar shirts, and everyone would keep their eyes on the teachers. Remember as you go into the world, and you may get afraid, to look around for those familiar faces. Many of those faces are in this room tonight, and those are the people that have supported you as you've come to this point. Always know that we will be there to love and to support you and to make sure that you're never lost. And last, never forget the wonders of the world. I ask you to reflect on that styrofoam cup that you planted that little seed in kindergarten and set on the window ledge. Reflect on how excited you were every day when you came in to see how much your plant has grown. It is your job to create that same level of excitement as you plant your seeds in the world. As you watch opportunities for growth and you see things happen in your life, you must create that same level of excitement that you had as your plant grew in your kindergarten class. Graduates, I am so excited for the change you will bring to the world. I'm encouraged to watch you as you do incredible things. I truly know for each of you, the best is yet to come. Congratulations and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Good evening, students, parents, and visitors on the stage. I appreciate the fact that I'm here to represent the Caddo Parish School Board. My name is John Albritton. I'm proud to represent District 11 on the Caddo Parish School Board. We are very glad to be here for this commencement exercise for the virtual academy. Understand that I made the first speech to the first virtual academy graduates. There were 6. If you look at the growth that we've had, this has been tremendous. I think it speaks well of the leadership that we have in Caddo Parish to provide this type of opportunity with today's technology. You see, today, though, marks a celebration, and I think you graduates probably realize that better than anybody. But on the other hand, understand it's a celebration for us too, because it marks a level of achievement, of accomplishment for you. You took a step a few months ago that into an unknown area. Frankly, who knew what this type school was all about? But yet you were brave enough to step up to it, to try this something new. And you've proved successful at it with the fact that we're here on your graduation today. Keep that in mind. The history books tell us that Thomas Edison tried thousands of experiments before he came up with the incandescent light bulb. Thousands of failures. Well, you'll have that again. But he kept trying something new. And that's what you've done. You tried something new in this particular curriculum. And it worked well for you. You were able to succeed. Carry that strength with you as you go forward into your life, whether it's going to be in a career, whether you go to college, or whether you join the military. Keep in mind that you were successful in an unknown area, because I think that'll be important to you as you go forward. It is my charge to you, my plea, that you leave this building today accepting the call to go forth into the world and challenge yourself to determine a way in which to serve wherever you are, in whatever capacity. Serve in such a way that you improve the community that you're living in at that time. Always keep in mind, though, that your base started right here in Caddo Parish, that this is the foundation. We feel like you've got a strong foundation with the education system that you've gone through. We just ask that you shine in the world to reflect that foundation that's been provided for you. Again, on behalf of the Caddo Parish School Board and your family that's here, we congratulate you on this achievement, and we look forward to your successes.
I'm excited this evening just because I look out here and I see these students and their robes and their honor cords and all the great things that they've accomplished this year. There are two that I'm extremely honored to esteem this evening who have exhibited outstanding performance throughout their high school career. This year, Caddo Virtual Academy's salutatorian is Alicia Clayton. Stay right there. Stay right there. And our valedictorian is Harmon Patrickman. Alicia and Harmon will come forward now to receive their medals. Alicia will now come, followed by Herman, who will give the 2019 valedictorian address.
To Superintendent Goree, school board staff, CVA family, and the class of 2019, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alicia Clayton, and I am your senior class president. On behalf of Captain Lacey and the entire crew, welcome aboard High School Airlines, Flight 2019, nonstop service from high school to adulthood. Our flight will be of 4 years at a sky-high altitude, at the speed of light and in the blink of an eye. At this time, make sure your computer and Wi-Fi are well connected and in position to complete Edgenuity on steroids. Teachers and faculty, prepare for takeoff, please. Congratulations, team, we've done it. Congratulations to Mr. Lacey and faculty. You're graduating the 3rd class of Caddo Virtual Academy. Congratulations to parents and loved ones who are witnessing one of the greatest moments in their child's life. And to class of 2019, congratulations on your many achievements throughout life and, of course, completing the qualifications to graduate. I would like to thank everyone who's assembled today for this very special moment. Thank you, Caddo Parish School Board, faculty, administration, and staff for being here today and to send us off into the world. Thank you, Mr. Lacey, for leading and guiding us well throughout this journey and always making it personal. Thank you, Ms. Solomon, Ms. Berry, Ms. Brown, and Mr. Harrison for teaching us the academic skills needed to get to this point of graduation. Thank you, parents and loved ones, for raising and nourishing us with the love and the care to get us here safely. Thank you to all guests and others who are here for your time and attention. And to class of 2019, for the last time, it's Alicia here to inform you of the final mandatory senior class meeting, graduation. Thank you for being here. You'll never have to read an email from me with that line ever again. You are all loved and appreciated. As I look back over high school at CVA, we all had our issues. Some simple, like forgetting a live lesson or failing a math quiz because you didn't enter the equations into Desmos correctly. Sorry, Mr. Harrison. Or maybe the occasional call that went something like this. This is a blitz notification. Due to lack of progress or failing grades, you have been blitzed. This means that you must report to campus immediately for mandatory attendance. Please make plans to attend on campus for the entire week. Each day you do not report to campus will be reported as an unexcused absence and can lead to truancy. Only the principal can release you from the blitz. If you have any questions, please contact the school office. Thank you for all that you do to keep us CVA strong. And remember, at Caddo Versal Academy, we make it personal. Principal Lacey. Some of our issues were much greater. Either way, we've all had issues throughout high school, but look at us now. We're finally graduates. As the third graduating class from CVA, none of us started our high school career here, but we've chosen to end it here. For some of us, it was the smallest step in the right direction, but the biggest step in our lives. We all tiptoed into it thinking, public online school, what am I doing? At least, those are my thoughts. Nevertheless, there was something in each and every one of us, whether it be a daily anxiety attack, a family relocation, or the simple, I need to change, that pulled us to join the CVA family. All of us had a problem that caused us to change schools, and whatever that problem has been resolved or not, this school has changed us. And change is good, for if nothing changes, nothing changes. While on the topic of change, let's talk about the change happening as I speak. As graduates, we're about to experience the biggest change of our lives. For most of us, we're moving out and on to bigger and better things like college, military, or work. For others, the simple fact of being a high school graduate means, wow, I'm actually going to have to adult now. Whatever we do and wherever we go, we all have to take action to make what we want to happen, happen. Like I said before, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if we don't get up and chase success, success is surely not going to get up and chase us. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every puny little thing that you've ever accomplished is the result of getting up and taking action. Now, with taking action and making things change comes mistakes, but we must take action anyway. We must go and make interesting mistakes, make amazing mistakes, make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Mistakes are just another part of change, and if nothing changes, nothing changes. I wish you guys luck on this new chapter in life. Remember who you are, and don't let anyone change that. Don't let your past define you. The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and love more than you'll ever know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been cleared to land at Pathway to Life Airport. Welcome. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until Captain Lacey turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate for you to stand and receive your diploma. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings and values that have been instilled in you that you will need in adulthood city. Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles and relationships may have shifted along the flight. On behalf of High School Airlines and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for joining us on this trip and hope you enjoy your stay in adulthood. Until next time, Alicia Clayton, your senior class president, signing out.
To Superintendent Gorey, school board staff, CVA family, and the class of 2019, good evening. I transferred to Caddo Virtual Academy after 3 years at another high school in Caddo Parish, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The teachers and peers I've come to know and treasure at this school have made my senior year the best year I've ever spent in a school, from kindergarten to high school. I've never experienced a school such as this, and I hope that someday children across the country will have the ability to attend schools just like CVA, hopefully with staff and peers as kind, as welcoming as the people in front of me today. High school is full of stress for kids across the world, but that doesn't mean it should be unbearable. Students need to learn to deal with stress and channel it into energy and a drive to achieve their goals. But for some students, such as myself, the stressors of a traditional high school can become a bit unbearable. My academic performance was being affected by the intense stress traditional schooling added to my daily life. But thanks to the virtual academy, I was given an opportunity to learn in a new and innovative way that suited my needs as a student. The world is changing every day, and with it, positives and negatives enter our daily lives. But the negatives should not discourage us to seek the positives. Modern problems require modern solutions, and CVA embodies the search for new methods of education in a world of ever-improving technology. Not only does the way we've learned reflect the changes of our world, it has given us the drive to be a part of that change, for we are the navigators of an ever-adapting world. We will go on our separate ways, devoting our lives to different causes, each finding ways to improve the world we live in, but we will always remember our days as navigators and the memories we made as a school community. But most of all, I hope we all remember that at Caddo Virtual Academy, we made it personal.
What a group. This group has really been truly amazing. What you just witnessed here on the stage is what we go through every single day here at Caddo Virtual Academy. And I want to let each and every student know I'm proud of you. I'm really proud to stand here before you today. At this time, I want to recognize some people who have made this possible. I would like to thank Superintendent Gorey, Mr. Keith Burton, High School Director, Victor Monero, and Shreveport Convention Center staff. And I want to thank everyone else who are here today who helped make this graduation ceremony such an honorable event. We will now prepare for awarding of the diplomas. Ms. Solomon.
Harmon Hensley Patriquin. Alicia Jean-Patrice Clayton. Maddie Elizabeth Harrington. Rebecca Elise Bonner. Jackson Reed Phelps. Mary Ann Lourdes Benavides. Maria Elena Black. Ashton Joseph Brady. Jacob William Bridges. Ransom Luke Clifton. Carson Elise Cox. Dakota Seth Devine. Kian Gabriel Hudson. Erin Nicole Mullins. Chandrea Grace Ann Peterston. Hunter Chase Richard. Megan Lee Riding. Anika Sherelle Salazzo. Courtney Alishay Thompson. Christian Adam Todd.
Thank you, graduates. You can be seated. Many years ago, I had a vision to lead a great school with great people, one filled with intelligent, focused, and courageous scholars who dared to be different, those who were up for the challenge to prove that online learning is highly effective and can be life-changing for many. Countless people said it would never happen, but by faith, you appeared. Now, we are making history together as we embark upon a new chapter. I'll never forget the first day that each and every one of you walked into my office to enroll, and I was so excited to have you and your parents as a part of the CVA family. It is so surreal now. What was once just a vision has finally come into fruition. You have been a blessing to me and to our school. We had a great year. To the class of 2019, it is my honor to salute you. You are my third graduating class, and you have done some amazing things this year and have been an integral part of many of the first-time things at Caddo Virtual Academy. That makes you all legacies. For years to come, you'll be able to have conversations with your families about your senior year as an online student during such a groundbreaking event in history. I hope you never forget the things that you learned while you work to complete your coursework at Caddo Virtual Academy. Take my advice. Never succumb to a commendable challenge, but always be ready to fight for a worthy cause. When adversity comes, stand strong and fight, knowing that you are prepared and empowered to be victorious. I want to thank you all for giving yourselves, not just giving of yourselves, but to make yourself even greater than you were when you came. Thank you for parents for trusting Caddo Virtual Academy with your education of your students, and thank you students for trusting us as well. Thank you for letting us have you now as you rise to higher heights, and I'm proud of you, and I will never forget you. Soar high, and always remember, at Caddo Virtual Academy, we make it personal. Now will the candidates for graduation please rise? As principal of Caddo Virtual Academy, I certify that all candidates for graduation have met the requirements set by the state of Louisiana and Caddo Parish School Board and declare them 2019 graduates of Caddo Virtual Academy. You may turn your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. There's Maddie.
Before I close this out in prayer, I would like to say a few words to my graduating class. When we were 5, they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. Our answers were things like astronaut, president, or in my case, a princess. When we were 10, they asked again. We answered rock star, cowboy, or in my case, a gold medalist. But now that we've grown up, they want a serious answer. Well, how about this? Who knows? This isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. This is a time to make mistakes. Take the wrong train and get stuck somewhere. Fall in love, a lot. Major in philosophy, because there's no way to make a career out of that. Change your mind and change it again, because nothing's permanent. So make as many mistakes as you can. That way, someday, when they ask us what we want to be when we grow up, we won't have to guess. We'll know. Please stand and bow your heads for the benediction. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving me a group of friends that I can now call family. Help to remind us that mistakes and setbacks are all a part of the great plan that you have set out for each and every one of us. Encourage us to get back up when we have been knocked down, and show us that adversity only makes us stronger. Remind us that we can do all things through you, Lord, who gives us strength. As we leave here today, we ask that you lead us in the direction that you have chosen for us. Help us to trust your plan even when times get rough. Be a light into our path as we take the big step towards our futures. Amen. Audience, you may be seated and remain seated during the recessional. Thank you.
Graduates, please turn and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Caddo Virtual Academy's third graduating class of 2019. We made it, navigators.